Hey guys. All right. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, congratulations, Autumn. Well, I don't think Autumn's on here, but congratulations. Jeff, great seeing you here. And I don't know who else is on here, but I'm sure people will be drifting in. Okay. Let's get a little bit of business done here. Okay. All right, let's see here. Jeff, okay, I'll just keep this one up. All right. Welcome to the Monkey Wench podcast. Sorry, I'm just watching the conversation here. Okay. Let's get down to business here. All right. We have some events coming up, a couple festivals and campouts, and hopefully you guys will be able to join us. Now, if anyone's watching and you want to join in on the chat, you'll need to sign in to YouTube, hit subscribe on the channel, and that way you'll be able to join in on the live chat along with us. Now, tomorrow, I will be going down to somewhere around Pittsburgh. I'm not exactly sure where. I will be at a nursing home speaking to some residents about Bigfoot. Now, I do this, I don't know, a few times a year. They call this management company that I'm signed up with, and they assign me to usually not nursing homes, but skilled nursing centers, not even that. I guess skilled nursing centers, basically, nursing homes. And I'll speak to, usually it's a crowd of maybe half a dozen residents, elderly people. And I'll talk to them about Bigfoot in Pennsylvania. And every so often, I'll have a slightly larger crowd of maybe a dozen. The one time they surprised me with, I was in an auditorium and I was speaking to a crowd of, it had to have been over 200 people, which was nice. It was a nice surprise. But usually I'll just talk about, tell them about, how I began and how I began in Bigfoot and what the organization is about, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. And, I'll tell them, and just in case you guys don't know, I usually get asked, this question, what is the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project? And I will say it is both a Facebook group for people to share their stories, and their witness can come and speak to us in a safe area, no fear of being made fun of, ridiculed, or harassed, because we are a no ridicule zone. People get booted out. In fact, today I booted out 1 or 2 people, suspended a few people, and had to remind members about, no ridicule. You don't. Witnesses come to our group on Facebook to talk about their sightings and their encounters, and I want to give them a safe place to share that without fear of ridicule, because they suffer enough, from ridicule, from sadly enough, from their own families, their own friends, and that's not right. It really isn't. Your family and friends should be the ones that support you the most, but sadly, that's not the case, with a lot of people. And some people suffer from PTSD, after encountering a Bigfoot. And we help them. We help them by giving them this safe place to talk, to share their stories, to learn about Bigfoot, have an explanation for what happened. People who help and who understand what they're going through and what they experienced. Our organization is also research and investigations. We have a team of researchers and investigators around Pennsylvania that whenever we get reports, people will share their encounter on the group, and we will ask them, would you like this to be investigated? Would you like us, do you need help? Would you like someone to come and check this out for you? And if they say so, if they agree to it, then we'll send someone there to investigate the area, check things out, speak with the witness one-on-one, and we go from there. But we do collect reports, and they are added onto the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Encounters map. That's on Google Maps. That is run by George Workman. We send the reports to him, and he adds them to the map. But yeah, we speak at conferences, festivals, and nursing homes, wherever people wants us to come, there shall we be. But I've also written a book, and unfortunately, I sold my last copy. I have to order more. But you've all seen it before. It's on Amazon. Just type in my name, Mary Fabian, and Bigfoot. You'll find the book. We'll keep that simple. We have T-shirts that we sell with our logo, and all kinds of different things. T-shirts, hoodies. You can order hoodies. Coffee mugs, the big travel mugs. All kinds of different things. If you want my logo, you see it here, right here on the YouTube channel. That's my logo, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. If you want it on something, just let me know. We'll get it on there. All right, events coming up. August, let me think. I've got to double check if it's, I think it's just for August 2nd, Friday, August 2nd, Corry, Pennsylvania, Corry, Corry, Bigfoot First Friday. It's a festival that they hold every year now. Last year was their inaugural year. And it's a street festival taking up the entire main street. Very friendly, welcoming town, and the people there are fantastic. There'll be myself and Ben Duckett, our teammate from Erie County. Let me see who else will be there. As far as I know, Dave Wargo from Warren, Pennsylvania. And to be honest, I have no idea who else. I haven't heard. Possibly Todd Smith, but again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out together on Friday, August 2nd. You will need to Google map the area. Corry, that's in Crawford County, Pennsylvania, Corry. And then we have a camp out September 19 through the 22nd at Tracy Ridge Campground. That's near Bradford, Pennsylvania, McCain County. And that's hosted by Tara. And let me see what else. It's basically first come, first serve, because by that time in September, you cannot make reservations. It's first come, first serve. And we camp down in the lower zone between campsites. Let me think of the numbers. It's all the way, you go all the way through to the very end, circle down to along the bottom loop, and we're usually at the bottom. And that would be campsites. I think it's like 114 through 122, something like that. But we're all along there. If we get a good enough crowd, share a site. Share a campsite with someone else. They're large enough and they're nice and private. They're roomy and woods in between. Fantastic area. We were there last year. We had good activity there. Very good activity. So if you can make it, please come. Please come. I've invited other friends from out of state also, but I kind of doubt they'll be able to come because it's up near the Allegheny National Forest, and that'll be a pretty fur trip for some of them. And I really don't expect, we usually get maybe half a dozen people on our campouts, which, to be honest, is sad because we do camp out at some very active areas, and we try to help people. It's not organized into, times, at this o'clock, be here. And we go on a hike at such and such a time. No. I learned my lesson with that. We don't do that. You come, we'll have a main campsite, which I will announce in the group whenever I get in there. And I'll probably try to get in there a day or two early. And try to grab, because there's one really good site that Tara and I will be sharing. And let's see, but I'll let you guys know, what the campsite number is, so if you'll know where we're at. And so whenever you come and choose your campsite, you'll know, come on over. let me know, say hi, and that way we can, what we usually do on these, usually in the afternoon, like early afternoon, and I'll set a time. Just stop by, and that way, if someone is planning on going for a hike together. Take a group along with you. Let the newbies go along with you. Go hiking. If you want to drive out, to another area, get a convoy. Take some people along with you. Be friendly, be neighborly, and that's the way we do things. That's it's worked well for us over the years. Okay, my husband just sent me a text. Okay. Good. All right. I was hoping there'd be more people on here. I'm kind of dragging this out. Let's see. What do we have to? Oh, one more event. I almost forgot. October 5th is the Jefferson Volunteer Fire Department Bigfoot Festival. That is Jefferson that's a township of Jefferson in Greene County, Pennsylvania. That is October 5th. And Fred Saluga informed me that there would be possibly another festival if he can get it together, but I haven't heard from him yet. So as soon as I hear from him, I'll let you guys know. And so far, except for, there's some festivals out of state, but right now I'm just concerning myself with Pennsylvania, which reminds me, again, with our organization, we are Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, but we also research out of state. We don't stay in Pennsylvania to research Bigfoot. We've gone all over the place. We've been out to Oklahoma a few times. Fantastic out there. I highly recommend. Okay, Deb. Yes. Yeah, go to the one in Greene County, October 5th. Put it on your calendar. That's the Jefferson Volunteer Fire Department in Jefferson Township, Greene County. What was I saying? Kind of lost my train of thought. It just went off the tracks, which is easy enough to do with me anymore. I think my screen, I got to push this back a little bit. There we go. Thank you for the reminder, Deb. Yeah, I was talking about how we research not only in Pennsylvania, and we have researched all over the state, literally all over the state. And but we've gone to Oklahoma a couple times. Yeah, fantastic. We've been to Land Between the Lakes, the infamous Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area. Now that covers both Kentucky and Tennessee. And I don't know, I've been hitting up, I've got a lot of friends down in that area, and they meet up at Land Between the Lakes. And so I join them as often as I can because I do love that area so much. It never fails to produce activity. Yep. Well, there'll probably be another, I guess, meet and greet camp out next spring, because the Woodwalkers group, we're friends with, good friends, them, Beast, Squatch and Holler, and I can't remember who else. And then next year, I will also be a sponsor. Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project will also be a sponsor of the meet and greet at Land Between the Lakes, and that'll probably be held again in April. So mark it on your calendars, and just if you've ever had the desire to go to Land Between the Lakes and go with a group of people where it is safer, whenever you're with a bunch of people, come along. Yeah, I will be announcing it. The guys from the other groups, they'll be announcing it also. Definitely, Deb. Yeah. This year or next year, 2025, we will be offering, they have a raffle every year where they raffle off a bunch of good things. And so, next year, I don't know what happened, but I didn't think to bring anything for the raffle, and I should have. And I felt bad that I didn't. And so, yes, 2025. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, that you're still there. Yes. I hope that more people join in. Next year will be, I don't know, I'll just dig through the stuff that I have. I've got all kinds of brand new, never opened camping gear. Thanks, Deb. I will need the reminder. I've got lights and fans and cooking gear, and then of course our logo T-shirts and decals and so on. I'll dig, and I'll have a bunch of stuff that I'll be offering in the raffle. Which reminds me, raffle on the group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project Facebook group, we have been doing raffles. These raffles help support our research and our investigations. It helps pay, helps pay for the gas and gear, because a lot of effort is put into this, a lot of work. And unfortunately, I'm not rich. Our teammates are not rich. So, we need your help. And so we do these raffles. We had a hoodie, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project hoodie that we were offering. Let me see what else. Yeti tumbler, one of those Yeti Rambler tumblers. And what else? We will have, we'll probably offer T-shirts. I did have shot glasses. Yes, that's right, Deb. You won the hoodie. And let me see what else. Yeah, we had a set of 4 Bigfoot shot glasses. They were stainless steel shot glasses. Patty, good to see you. And let me see, what was his name? Tim, let me read in here. Tim Walker won the set of 4 stainless steel shot glasses, Bigfoot shot glasses. We have 4 more that I will be offering on on Pennsylvania, on the group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. So if you, I'll probably put that raffle up this weekend, probably Friday, sometime on Friday. And that way, if you want, and it's only, I think, $1.50. Oh, Patty, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate so much that you're here. But yeah, we'll have another set of 4 of the stainless steel Bigfoot shot glasses to offer on raffle. It'll be $1.50, and I think there'll be 11 chances. So, and it's, I mean, really, it's not much. That's not much at all. So watch for that. And what else? We'll probably offer t-shirts. Okay, Jeff, nope, you don't owe me anything. We're still working on the bank of what you have in the bank already. So let me see. I've got an accounting here. You've got $4 in your balance yet. And let me see. Yeah, you've got $4 in your balance. So, but then I do have a few things that, I can put up on there. And I also, help me to get our channel numbers up. Don't forget to click the like button. Hit the like button, okay? Smash that like button. But it helps because, we need subscribers. I want to get up to 2,000. We're 1,700 and something. And, we need to get up there. Hey, Barb, good to see you. Yes, you feel rich with $4, whole $4. Yes. But yeah. How you doing, Barb? Keep telling you're in our prayers. But like I said, I want to get our subscribers up for the YouTube channel. 2,000. That's my goal right now. I need 2,000 members. So share the channel, share the podcast. Get friends. Good to hear, Barb. You're picking up Nerf darts. Okay. But again, we need the numbers because what I plan on whenever we hit that 2,000, I'm going to do I guess you could call it a raffle, where I'll draw names, and in that podcast, in the next podcast that I hit that that 2,000 members, excuse me. And I'll do a giveaway. What shall I give away? What do you suggest? T-shirt or a copy of the book? Autographed copy of the book, that is. I can give away a T-shirt, or I can give away an autographed copy of the book. So at that time, you guys let me know. But again, we need the numbers. I mean, really, I've had this channel since I think I started in 2015. I'm not sure. So, hey, 10 years and I'm still not at 2,000 members. Help me out, guys, okay? Much appreciated. Okay. This week, we've, there have been a few reports that came in through the group. One gentleman was asking about if anything, if anyone had a sighting report, for the Irwin, Pennsylvania area. Tara, I don't know. She's not here. And Dave Blaylock, where's he? He's usually here. And Pat. Man, we've got some MIAs. But yeah, we had, I really should have written these down. But then, what I do also is I'll go over to different platforms and I'll look up reports for Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff. Yes, please. Yeah. Much appreciated. We need. Okay, tonight, Patty, it's whatever. I don't have a guest this week. I planned it to just be conversation tonight, where we just yap and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. You want to talk about Bigfoot. You want to talk about July 13. Yes, chit chat. It's Chit Chat Wednesday. Yeah, if you guys want to talk about what happened in Butler County, Pennsylvania on July 13, we can talk about that. I've kind of held off from that subject because I was gathering information. Lou and I have been talking. We've been following some excellent people on YouTube, of course, but that includes Dan Bongino, who is a retired Secret Service agent. Very knowledgeable. He's still, yeah. I highly suggest that you watch or subscribe on Rumble to Dan Bongino. Extremely knowledgeable. He's excellent. He keeps track of what's going on. The current people there in the Secret Service, they keep him informed as to what's going on. And so he broke a lot of information today. So go on Rumble, onto his channel, and there's a lot of information on there that you're not going to see. I haven't seen it anywhere else, because he got it right there, from Secret Service. But what he did get, it's publicly accessible, so it's legal. It's not, snuck out. But yeah, Jeff, they did. And whether it was accidental, misunderstanding, or, hate to say it, on purpose. Yeah, Deb, watch it. watch his program for today. It's on Rumble. Apparently what happened, was that the local team was, they were assigned to that roof. It was either state police, Pennsylvania State Police team, or I know Beaver County has a team also. Although I don't think it would have been Beaver County. Most likely was the state police. They were supposed to be, and they were supposedly assigned to be on the roof. There was a roof behind that was higher, that overlooked all the other roofs. That would have been their post. There's conflicting reports. We don't know. What is being reported is that team complained that it was too hot. They didn't want to be on the roof. They could do their job as well on the inside looking out the window, which would be, I'm sorry, idiotic. Your viewpoint is restricted. You can't look, you can't look at the building behind you from a window facing one way. And nevertheless, no matter what, as soon as they had the report, Deb. Oh, hey, Deb, or Misty. Aw, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, give him a buzz cut. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. But, okay, what else? Where was I? Like I said, the window, it would be restricted. They wouldn't be able to see behind them. If that report is true, we don't know. All the information hasn't come out yet on that as to what's what. But like I said, no matter what, as soon as the Secret Service team got word of this guy, suspicious character with a rangefinder. He had a rangefinder. As soon as they saw he had a rangefinder, don't let Trump come out until everything is cleared, until you have this guy set aside and figured out what's going on. But they didn't. Whoever was in charge of that team, it was a CF all the way around. And some of you may know what I'm saying. It was a mess. Totally incompetent, screwed up people that dropped the ball. And thank God, Trump, Jeff, I figured you would know what I was saying. But, we pray for the gentleman who lost his life and the people who were injured. Still, I think they are out of the critically injured status. But as far as I know, they're still in the hospital. I am not sure. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, Jeff. And we pray for them. We pray for the family of the gentleman, the fireman who lost his life. And Trump, thank God, it wasn't worse. If by the grace of God, centimeters. It was centimeters. You know, we would have been mourning. We would have been watching on TV, a funeral, rather than, a celebration, of him winning the Republican nomination. It's horrible. As for the gunfire, I'm not an expert in caliber and all that. Plus, there's a possibility. There's video of a man up on the water tower. Whether he was a friendly or not, we don't know. But the first 4 shots did not come from crooks. The shot that almost killed Trump did not come from crooks. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. There was someone else. Those first 4 shots possibly came from someone else, maybe up on the fire tower or the water tower, because there's video of a guy up on the water tower. And then the following 5 shots, we're not sure where they came from. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly. Yes. The following 5 shots were amazingly fast. That was a professional. Those did not come from crooks. A 20-year-old kid who practiced a few days a week at his local gun club. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can find this other YouTube channel that has outstanding information. Then I'll give it to you. Okay. Where's my watched videos? Playlist. Watch later. There we go. Okay. Okay. There's a video from a channel called Valuetainment. The video is called Staged Incompetence. Valuetainment. Here, I'll type it into the thing here. Okay. Valuetainment. That's the name of the channel. Another channel that has been doing a series of breaking things down and showing the video of someone up on the water tower. Okay, there it is. Peak Prosperity. That's the channel name. They have a series of videos where they break it down, looking for movement, whenever the shots would fire out for shoulder, of crooks, for shoulder movement from rifle recoil. His shoulder never moved. he may possibly not have been able to have the chance to fire any shots off. He was planning on shooting into the crowd. I think that morning he had purchased 50 rounds, plus he had brought 50 rounds. He was planning on a mass shooting right into the crowd. That was his plan. The last shot fired was Secret Service. It was not the team on camera. They would show, on camera a team of guys up on a roof. One of them was kneeling, the other one was laying prone. It was not that team. There was another team about 400 yards out. And the shot apparently was a miracle shot. He had a window through the trees of about 9 inches. An amazing shot that he got. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly. But it could have been so much worse. Oh, and what other thing? It was just, you can't even say comedy of errors. It was just, like I said before, it was a CF. One of the shots that came through that rapid fire of 5 shots, one of them hit a hydraulic line on a high lift. The high lift, the boom was holding a speaker. One of the bullets hit the hydraulic line, and it sprayed hydraulic fluid all over the Secret Service vehicle. So whenever after they had gotten Trump into the vehicle and they were getting out, their windshields, everything was covered with this fluid, and they had a hard time seeing. So it was just a horrible situation that never should have happened, because with proper planning, they had their teams in close. They needed teams further out, like 400. They did have the one team at 400 yards out, the one that got crooks, but they needed more, because there was the YMCA building that they could have had a team on, and apparently there was no one there. And of course, the roof of the building complex the crooks was on. It's just horrible. It could have been a much worse tragedy. It honestly could have. But Lou and I, we live about half an hour away from there. Exactly, Jeff. And we drove by last week. We were on our way to Sam's Club. He'll be back, Patty. He'll be back. It's I know the Secret Service is advising that he doesn't do any more outdoor events. Those outdoor events is where he gets the best crowds, the more people that he can be in contact with and talk to. And, it's fantastic. I would, in fact, Lou and I even talked about going to that rally in Butler County. But just the thought of being out in that heat all day, it was like, no. And so we watched it on television from home. And But we drove by the other day, and I took some video. The whole thing is visible from the road, as we drove by. The federal feds were still there yet. They also had the road, the entrance to the water tower blocked off. So, yeah, Patty, he needs a Pope shield around him. I agree. That should have been there. There should have been a lot of other things there that whoever was in charge, whatever Secret Service agent was in charge, neglected to do. So many other things needed to protect Trump and everyone else, in the crowd. Just didn't happen. They dropped the ball. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Not 5 foot tall agents who doesn't know how to, especially the one that doesn't know how to holster her own pistol, and who wouldn't, who huddled down scared. She was too afraid to protect Trump. And but the other one, she was a fireball. I think there were other two blondes. They were short, unfortunately, but they were fireballs. They were very, very effective, and they did the best that they could do. Exactly, rent an agent. The Secret Service would not provide the help that Trump needed. They kept refusing to send additional help. And so they had to get help elsewhere from other agencies. And unfortunately, it was just lack of training. They didn't know, they couldn't help. They're not Secret Service agents, they just don't know. It's unfortunate. I agree. Yeah, I agree, Patty. And it's possible that he did not take any shots, because those shots did not come from him. It was on camera. A guy was videoing, and the recoil, whenever you take a shot with a rifle, the recoil of it hits your shoulder, and your shoulder will move no matter what. You'll have some movement from a recoil. There was no recoil. Those shots came from someone else, grassy knoll person. So there was someone else there. There was at least one other person there. And thank God, whenever Trump stood up and pumped his fist and said, "Fight, fight, fight." Thank God, whoever else was there did not take advantage of that time, because with those short agents there, they just weren't enough to cover them. I think there were 3 or 4 agents, tall ones, who were tall enough and big enough to cover Trump, but the numbers just weren't there, effectively, what was needed, of the big guys. And if you notice that the Republican convention, the team that came in with Trump, they were about a dozen very tall guys, as tall or taller than Trump. So he had the help there. Trump is a big guy. He's tall. He's 6'5", something like that. And so whoever is there to cover him, he needs someone as tall or taller to cover him. There's people, on these 2 channels that I recommend who analyze the videos, the different videos that have been coming in, analyzing the audio, the shots, the caliber of the shots, and the number of shots, and the timing of the shots. Whoever shot off that rapid fire number, there were 5 shots rapid fire. They said, they timed that. Those 5 shots came in at 3/4 of a second. 3/4 of a second. That was a pro. That was a pro. That wasn't crooks. That was a pro. And there's very few people who can do that. 5 shots rapid fire in 3/4 of a second. Yeah, I don't know if, there could be people in the chat, and I apologize, who, may not be fans of Trump, and I respect that. But the thing is, the sympathy has to be there, and the anger should be there at incompetence, because, if the Secret Service agents, if they're not guarding who they need to guard, here they are supposedly guarding Biden and Kamala, and dignitaries, Netanyahu, and other people. There's a storm coming in. Let me know. Let me know if it gets choppy here or if I lose signal. But so far, so good. That's their job. It shouldn't matter, whether you're, to the Secret Service. It shouldn't matter. Democrat, Republican. They have to be completely unbiased and neutral, because their job is to protect the body that they're hired and assigned to protect. Here's Sinead. Yes, hello, Sinead. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. And unfortunately, someone dropped the ball. Whether or not it was purposely or just total, absolute incompetence. And I'm sorry, I cannot believe that the number of mistakes that were made. Crooks flew a drone, over the crowd for 11 minutes. He flew a drone. The Secret Service, they didn't even have a drone up, which they were supposed to. They were supposed to have a helicopter up. They didn't. There was no, the level of mistakes here. It makes you wonder. It's the number of things that they did wrong. And I think there was one gentleman who counted. He said there's at least 100 mistakes that were made, and that's at least. Absolutely, Michelle. He did. There were at least 100 mistakes done that day. Not only that day, during their general preparation for the site. You wonder, okay, with that number of things missed and mistakes, and just keeping Trump off the stage and in the safety of what they term the beast, the vehicle, the SUV, the armored vehicle, just keeping him in there until everything is cleared. But they didn't. They let him go up on the podium, up on stage. And granted, that what looks like bunting around the top of the stage, in front of his podium, that's all armored. That's protective armor that whenever he drops down, that little bit, will protect him. But even so, he got hit. Except for millimeters, he'd be dead. I know whenever, we were watching and I heard the pop, 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 my initial thought was fireworks. Who's shooting off fireworks? But then I saw, Trump drop to the ground and I thought, it's gunfire. And, it's like, oh, just pray, pray, pray. And that's all Lou and I did. We just prayed and until he came up again, pumped his fist, and let people know that he's still alive. And it was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, the Secret Service is advising him to not do any more live or outdoor events like before. They're advising him to do more indoor auditorium types. And I don't know if that would include like, maybe like a football field. Yeah, Jeff. That really pissed me off whenever I saw that at the congressional hearings. So we'll see. I know that the event that was held, that he did in Detroit, was indoor. He's doing one this evening from North Carolina. I think it's in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's most likely indoors. But yeah, during the congressional hearing, there were too many people using that time to get their agenda. There were no questions, no real questions. It was all just talk about their agenda of gun control. And that's all it was, and it's like, why are you here? Why are you here? AOC came up with better questions, than some of them. But I tell you, I think she's Congresswoman Luna from Florida. Outstanding. That lady is a bulldog, and I tell you, she'll go far. She really should. She really should go far. Yep, Luna, Luna. Wow. Every time that I see her, it's like she really impresses me. But yeah, AOC, yeah, she usually is pretty bad, but she actually asked some pretty intelligent questions, which surprised me. Hearings are also going on in Pennsylvania for the state police and the local, Beaver County and Butler County, because Beaver County came in, they brought their, what team do they call that? But they've got armored vehicles. They're all soldiered up and everything, and big and bad, which, to be honest, it doesn't impress me, because for me, that's all waste of taxpayer money, just for them to strut around, in their uniforms, showing off all the gear and the armored vehicles. And I think, why? Beaver County, why do you need that? Yeah, there's crime in Beaver County, but it's not armored vehicle crime. It's terrible. Yeah, Lauren Boebert, she was another one that was fantastic. Oh man, who was the one? May have been Boebert. No, it wasn't Boebert. There was another one. I can't remember what her name is, but she really came down on Cheadle. Okay, Patty. All right, we'll get off of the Butler County subject. Back to Bigfoot. That's why this is like Chit Chat Wednesday. It's whatever you guys want to talk about. Bigfoot question. Do you think Bigfoot talk amongst themselves like we have everyday conversations? No, Jeff, it wasn't. It wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was, she was a brunette. That's why I can't remember. It wasn't Boebert and it wasn't Luna. It was someone else. Okay. Do you think Bigfoot talk amongst themselves like we have everyday conversations? More like animal-like visual responses. Whenever I heard the two Bigfoot talking on the other side of the wall, very first time that, early on, whenever I moved up here, married my husband, moved up here, and they one whacked the wall right behind my head where I was sleeping, woke me up, and then I heard what they call the samurai chatter. Now that samurai chatter, that's their language. It's literally, they nicknamed it that because if you remember the old Japanese movies where all you hear is the but that's the way Bigfoot talk. Only it's a little bit more growly and deeper, and it sounds like that they're arguing back and forth. But I heard that on the other side of the wall, and you hear that in the Sierra Sounds, Ron Moorhead, his recordings. That's their conversations. That's their daily conversations. That's Mama Bigfoot talking to Daddy Bigfoot, telling him to get out and they're out of milk, or he needs to go to the grocery store and grab another dog for dinner, or another deer. Bring in another deer. Yeah, there's a retired Navy cryptologist. He is breaking down the language, the samurai chatter language. Yeah, they probably do get in a group and talk about daily stuff, or else planning, because they have been seen in like a circle, like talking. And what are they talking about? Who knows? Maybe they're planning the night's activities, or maybe it's all juveniles and they're planning who they're going to harass that evening. Or it could be that it's the tribe sitting around in a circle, talking about what they plan on doing, where they're going to go next. Yeah, they probably talk about us. Yeah, it very well could be. Yep. Yep, they probably do. Yeah, if you listen to the samurai chatter, or the Sierra sounds, it's fascinating to hear. That's so strange. What would their intelligent level be? There's people who think that they are super intelligent, that they are so far above us in intelligence. But I have to disagree. The people who say that, I don't think that they've really studied them. And who knows? There could be a few that are extremely intelligent. But on the most part, they are honestly not that intelligent. They are like, if you have a high level mentally impaired, but still pretty high level, maybe around range of 100. They're not super intelligent. They can plan. They can work things out. They can work a lock. They know what they can do, what they cannot do. They know what they are allowed to do, what they should do, and what they shouldn't do, because they know that there are limits, there are boundaries that they cannot cross, and that if they cross those boundaries, then they're endangering everyone else. Exactly. They have to be able to plan a hunt, yes. And they work as a team whenever they hunt. There's some who they hunt on their own, but they can and do work as a team also. that has been observed. I've seen one of them herding deer, probably down to where they were going to be hunted. They will manipulate the landscape to during their hunt to to funnel prey into. So they are intelligent enough to do that. They build nests, and they imitate us. They know what some of our words are and what they mean, and they use them also. You'll hear them throw in a few English words. The voice sounds a little off. It's not a clear speech, but it's a couple words or a name. People have heard them call their name or their children's names, which is creepy as heck, and extremely dangerous, because if they're calling your child's name or your pet's name, then that's to lure them in. And you don't want to think about what they are luring them into. That has been observed. And it kind of makes you think about, the David Paulides series of 411, where there's missing people, missing children. Where did those people hear their name being called and went away from family and were taken? It's frightening. Yeah, they have to plan what trees to use for a lookout, and you do believe they funnel prey. They probably don't want to waste calories chasing. Exactly. Exactly. Why waste calories running after a deer whenever you can have one herding the deer down through the funnel into the kill box, and then another one there at the bottom that will actually dispatch the prey. Yeah. If you hear someone in the woods calling your name, even if it sounds like a family member, because they will sound like a family member, they imitate really well. Verify before you go following those voices in the woods. Yeah, it's some people kind of get the impression that what we do is just tromping around and using night vision and so on. With no danger, all fun and games and so on. It's not. It's dangerous. What we do is dangerous. It's you cannot predict what they will do. Which is why whenever we go out as a team. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. You heard them imitating your friend snoring. Yeah. Still a girl missing from your area that went missing in California, Mount Shasta. Oh. Oh, hello. Cajun. Oh, Cajun One for Christ. Oh, love your name. You live in the Shawnee Forest in South Illinois, and your stories are frightening. I can imagine. I've run into a few myself that I've told the stories. I have them in my book, and it's not all fun and games. It's you'll have rocks thrown at you, and I've had rocks, tree limbs. I've been bluff charged. Um, I've heard them roaring, coming in on us, three of them from three different directions, roaring, pissed off all the way from miles out and coming in and stopping 50 yards out. I've had quite a few brown shorts moments. And Debbie was, my sister Debbie was along with us. And fortunately, I don't think she realized the danger that we were in. She stayed in the truck, playing on her phone. Okay. Been frozen, couldn't move a muscle. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. They'll do all kinds of things. And yeah, infrasound, whenever you get hit with infrasound, it affects different people in different ways, and it won't hit you the same way every time. Apparently that time you've been frozen, couldn't move a muscle. That's scary. That is scary. Yeah. I know, Jeff, you've had a few brown shorts moments yourself. I know. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that, Patty. Okay, where's my list? Where's my list? Ugh. Wednesdays are for the weird. Hey, Nightmare 365. Matt. Okay, I had to look at my list because I was thinking, okay, I know you had to figure out which one you were, Matt. Oh, you have a new video out. Cool. Yeah, your ass was headed to the tractor. Yep. Yeah, how you doing, Matt? Yeah, I know, Matt, you and your brother go out, and right now we're talking about brown shorts moments. And Cajun had gone into a little bit about their brown shorts moments, and I'd love to hear about that. Cajun, if you want to share a little bit about what went on. Cajun, yeah, he's the basement. He's the basement president. Yeah, and I suspect Michelle also will get in there along with Hillary. I don't think that Gavin Newsom. I know that Hillary really wants it, and she's really jonesing to get in there. But Cajun, I appreciate you joining us, and I want to hear about your story. So maybe next Wednesday, join us. We're here every Wednesday evening, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you can join us next week. And Matt, have you and your brother ever had any brown shorts moments with Bigfoot out in the woods or another cryptid? I know Patty, she gave me a brown shorts moment at Salt Fork State Park, running around, uh, swinging a machete at all the shadows. Okay, you're looking into more stuff in Cecil County. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm starting to yawn already. Man, this is bad. Whew. Yeah, your show, Jeff, you and Jerry, your show is every Tuesday evening? Okay, Greg had a brown short moment when he got to the blue hole. Oh, okay. Jersey Devils blue hole. Okay, in the Pine Barrens. I was going to say, there's a blue hole here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Up on the mountain. There, all the kids go to. I know my kids used to go up there and go swimming. He had Patty's spotlight and a machete. You come prepared, yes. Blue hole in the Pine Barrens. Ooh, you're taking off next week to Cecil County. Now, where is Cecil County? Is that the one in the western panhandle? Oh, okay, Jeff, it borders your county. Okay. Okay. Blue hole in every state, so much lore behind them. Interesting. Patty. If I get dragged off kicking and screaming, I'm hacking something off your abductor. That's why you swing that machete. Oh, man. Okay, it borders Chester County. Okay, all right, I know where you're at. Okay. Sorry, responding to a text. I'm selling some gear. I had an old JVC digital camera, video camera, that I'm selling for $25, and I've had a few inquiries on it, but low balls, so forget it. All the cool stuff happens up yonder. Nothing fun at all. Oh, Georgia. Okay, well, believe me, you've got a lot happening in Georgia. Don't worry about that. I have heard quite a bit. I've got friends in Georgia, and yeah, you've got a lot happening down there. Don't you worry. But yeah, we've got a lot of things going on up here too. Yeah, if you're able to make it next year to the Woodwalkers meet and greet at Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky, I hope that you can make it. You'll be able to meet a lot of great people who, and some from your area also. Okay, Jerry's busy next week, so you're going to do some poking around. Okay, good. Yeah, Patty's a fighter. She's a scrapper. She's a scrapper for sure. Yep. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Woodwalkers, they'll be announcing it on their group. I'll be announcing it on my group. Beast, they'll be announcing it. And Squatch and Holler, we'll all be announcing it. Back, next year I will be one of the sponsors. Oh, Patty, I hope so. I hope you can make it to the Corey Bigfoot event. It'd be so good to see you. Yeah, Jeff, take Patty with you. Yep, either that or take my sister. We call my sister Squatch Bait. But yeah, Patty, you'll have fun. She will keep you entertained. You can use her as Squatch Bait also. Just watch out for her machete. She starts swinging that thing, and you'll find body parts locked off that you don't want locked off. So, yep, Patty it's good to have her on your team. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you may be slow. You have some fight left in you. Well, I know that. I'm slow too. Yeah, something tries to take me out, I'll do some damage. May not be a lot of damage because I don't carry a machete. But yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Yes, be afraid, Matt. Be very afraid. That's right. I wanted to tell you guys, I was working on my garden yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I have two separate lines of planting, raised planters. And there's about 3 of them in a line in each row. And most of the time for the past few weeks, I've only been working on one side. And so yesterday I went over to the other side because I could see that I had some ripe tomatoes. And so I walked around to grab those and felt pain on my leg. I was getting stung by bees, multiple stings. They had built a nest up underneath that raised planter, and pretty big nest too. And yeah, they got me a couple times. Yeah. So Sinead and I retreated pretty quick. You know, I grabbed my tomatoes at least, but I told Lou about it, and he went out and sprayed them with some gasoline. We checked again today. There's still some, not as many, but there's still some. I'm hoping they're not honeybees, but you know, even so, if they were honeybees, there's no way that we could save them, because if they're making a nest in my planter, the planter wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to get my vegetables, you know, while they were there. And we would have to wait until fall in cold weather to break it apart to get them out for a beekeeper. And that ain't happening. I have to get into my planters. I've got vegetables in there that I'm raising. And it's not a big nest, fortunately, but you know, yeah, we'll check again tomorrow to see if there's any of them still alive or any still buzzing around. Patty, I am a milk drinker. Yes. Cow's milk. Yes. Same here. I drank cow's milk. Yeah. I still drink it. I still prefer, oh man, a nice tall glass of cold milk. And especially whenever you have a piece of chocolate cake. That's whenever it's a must to have a tall glass of milk, cold milk, and just chug that on down. Yeah, raw milk. Yes. Yep, our local dairy. I can get mine. I found some at our local dairy. So yeah, you had to call a beekeeper. But unfortunately, like I said, these ones decided to build a nest in my vegetable garden, and sorry, they can't do that. Trying to think what else went on this week. Not much. Still trying to sell the squatter house. Keep lowering the price. And right now we are almost at break even. Just pray, please pray that we can sell the house. It's the shape that it's in, it would be perfect for a flipper to use, to build. It's a house. It's a nice house. It has good bones. It's I'm trying to think what style you could call it. Victorian, not quite Victorian craftsman. It has decorative shakes up along the roof line. But the house, it's in bad shape. My ex-husband did nothing to the house to keep it up. And then the hoarder, squatter, and my ex-husband didn't help either. He was becoming a hoarder, and then the squatter moved in, and he was a hoarder. Oh God, that house! I'm surprised that there weren't any dead animals underneath, the junk. It was just filled with junk. Bad shape, really bad shape. But the house has good bones. And so if you guys know any house flippers in southwestern Pennsylvania, send them my way. Yeah, send them my way. And what else? We have a vehicle from the estate also, my ex-husband's estate. It's an antique 1988 Cadillac Eldorado. And it's a nice car. Not to my taste. I wouldn't mind having, I don't have a vehicle for myself anymore. It's just my husband's pickup truck. I don't have transportation. But yeah, that car would be a Sunday driver going to car shows vehicle. It has red leather seats, gold trim. It's very nice, very fancy. Beautiful shape, really nice shape. So if you're a collector or know anyone who's a collector who likes Cadillacs, send them my way. But yeah, because we have to get rid of this stuff. We really do. It's just costing us money and draining my account, and I can't continue that anymore. Yeah. You accidentally planted more canning tomatoes than eating ones. Oh, and you want a tomato sandwich. Oh, man, I know what you mean. I had bought 3 or 4 tomato plants, 4 eating tomato plants at, where was it, Sam's Club back in May. And they were already just about full grown. They had already started to flower. And I thought, I'm going to have some tomatoes, some eaten tomatoes early. And I did. I was able to get a couple, and then I failed to spray them quick enough in the, what do you call them, the horned, whatever those ones, they kill your tomato plants. I failed to spray early enough for them, and so they They almost killed one of the tomato plants. And every time I see a tomato coming ripe, and I wait on it, that miserable things ruin them. Hornworms, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I was trying to think of what they're called. But yeah, I've got to spray before they get to my good. I've got some canning tomatoes, Roma. I've got 6 Roma tomato plants going. And I have to get in there and spray before they get to those plants, because I plan on doing a bunch of canning. Because last year I had, I think, 3 Roma tomato plants. They were the yellow plants, with yellow Roma tomatoes, which is unusual. And they had a slightly different taste, but they were good. Good sauce. I mixed them with the regular tomatoes whenever I can. And but this year, I bought more of the Roma tomatoes, the red ones. And I need to kind of thin them out a little bit more. The plants, they've gotten away from me. And I need to thin them out, because more of the nutrients are going to the plant rather than to the tomatoes. The tomatoes are not coming out as large as what they should. So I need to thin those out, trim them down some more, get them sprayed. And I have to make sure those bees are gone now, so I can get in there. Okay, your husband and his friend heard a wood. That's right, I remember that, Patty. They heard a wood knock last week, splashing in the creek. Noise up in the woods across the creek around midnight. It's interesting. I know it's just about useless to suggest putting a trail cam back. The thing is, you never know. You never know if you'll catch anything with the trail cams. It's 101 chance, but hey, if it's something else in the area, you may be able to catch what other game is going back in there. There have been a couple bear seen in the area, but this was across the Beaver River. But bears, they can swim, so the Beaver River, it's not a deep river. They can cross that no problem. Yeah, I know your husband's a skeptic, but I think he's a little bit more open than what you know. Hey, you never know. You may have a partner there. He may turn into a Bigfooting partner for you. Come out Bigfooting with you, camping. Or would you want him to come out camping and Bigfooting with you? I know my husband has, a few times. He won't go camping, but he has come Bigfooting and out with me. Oh, you think he's been listening to me? Well, hey, if he wants to learn, I'll help him as much as I can. Help both of you. Squatch smarter, not harder is what I say anymore. Since I can't hike, anymore. Squatch smarter, not harder. Ooh, okay, guys, it's 20 after 9, and I think that we should get this shut down. And here's Sinead kind of squishing me out of trying to push me out of my chair. She's up here behind me because it's been, he's staying home. Yeah. I kind of figured you would say that. Yeah, my husband, he'll drive me around and everything, and he'll stop whenever I say stop. But that's as far as it goes. He's not an outdoorsy person. He works in the outdoors. His entire life, he has worked in the outdoors in construction. But he's not outdoorsy. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Next week, I'm trying to get a guest on. He hasn't responded yet. From Oklahoma, a friend. So we'll see if I can get him on. If not, then we'll have another Chit Chat Wednesday, talking about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. But have a good night. And everybody, I think I'm just going to shut this down now anyway. And we'll see you next week. Monkey Wench podcast on the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project channel. Join us on our YouTube, our Facebook group. Don't forget to hit that like button. Smash that like button here on the video, please. It helps. You commenting helps, and hitting that like button, it honestly helps the algorithm and get us out there for more people to find us. So spread the word, help us get more subscribers, and smash that like button. But God bless. Good night, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you in the group. Probably not tonight. I am going to go to bed myself. I'm tired, and turn on the TV. And but great conversation. Love y'all. Love ya. God bless. Monkey Wench out.